Well, hello there. Welcome to Make It Easy with Lisa Marie. And of course, I'm Lisa Marie. And what I have for you today is a Valentine heart. Okay, nice fluffy one. What I did was, I should say what you need. I'll start off with what supplies you need. First I cut out a heart out of cardboard. As you can tell, I used a saltine box. You can use a cereal box. You can use whatever piece of cardboard you have. Okay, I took that, and what I'm going to do is I went to my yarn stash and I found this fun yarn. Now, you don't necessarily have to have this fuzzy yarn, but that's what I had in my stash. Okay, you can use any thickness of yarn. You can use any color. Okay, you can use ripped fabric if you'd like. That might look cool. Maybe some lace. Okay, what I used on mine was I had some homespun scraps. So that's what I used as a hanger. And I had some coffee dyed muslin. So I made that into a bow and added a button afterwards when I was done to finish it off. But it's up to you. This is approximately a 4-inch heart. You can use a template of any kind. Okay, you can draw it out yourself. Do the old-fashioned method. Take a piece of paper, fold it in half, draw out one side, cut it out. It doesn't have to be this shape. It can be a wonky heart. It can be whatever size you want, okay? Or you can vary the sizes. All right, to start this off, what I did is my glue gun is heating up over here, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna show you this. Start off by taking whatever you're gonna use as a hanger. And again, you can use a piece of lace, you can use, you can use a piece of the yarn, you can use whatever you would like. And what I do is I cut it in half. The strip I had, I cut in half. And I'm going to glue this to the back side of the heart, which for me will be the side that has the name of the crackers. All right, so let me, hold on a second here. Let me angle this down a bit so you can see what I'm doing on my workspace. So I'm going to put some glue down there. Now, as you're working on these, just a couple little suggestions. If you're interested, hold on here. Okay. I use hot glue. Oops, I made that backwards. I use hot glue because that's what I like to use. Okay, if you don't like working with hot glue and you'd rather use Aleene's tacky glue, you rather use, I'm not sure if just like little, maybe Elmer's glue or something. It's just going to take you longer to create your project because you're going to have to let it dry. Okay, I'm used to working with the hot glue, like I said, and I like doing it that way. So what I suggest again is that you put your loop on first so that you don't have to worry about putting that on later. If you forget, you can always put it on later. It doesn't really matter. All right. What's cool about this is, of course, this is a heart shape, of course, for Valentine's, but you could also do this in any shape that you like. You can do stars, you could do whatever, circles, you can do whatever shape you want. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some glue, a little bit of glue on the back, and I'm going to tack down that end of the yarn and bring it around forward, and I'm going to go right down the center. And every time I loop it around, I'm adding the glue because I want this to stay. Okay, make sure you go over that little tip. Go back around the other side. Okay. As I stated with my channel name, make it easy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Okay. Now, if you are not used to hot glue, it can get messy. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are little, they call them silicone epoxy brushes, and you can get a set of 4 on Amazon. I got them for about $5.30, so I'm not sure what they, and I think that they work great. I will show you what you can do. All right, so I've got my first loop all the way around. I'm going to add my second line of glue here on the front of my heart, and when you put your yarn down, push it down. Oh, you can see me down here. Awesome. You can use this, okay, and just press it down into place, and that way there your fingers are not getting into that hot glue, because you get hot glue in your fingers, you're going to end up with a blister. I know, believe me. All right, so you're going to keep going around and around, adding glue each and every time you turn it over. And again, how fun would it be to make these in different colors? Pinks, purples, whites. All right. I thought that my cardboard was stiff enough, and it is fine. Once it is all completed, I didn't have any problem with this. But if you find that you think your cardboard is too thin, you can always double it up. Just put one back to back, glue 2 together, and that will make it even heavier duty. Okay. And what I do is I go all the way in, I should say all the way out from that middle section. And I just keep going around and around and around. And if you're new to me, which of course you all would be, right? Since it's a new channel, I hope that you will subscribe and that you will come back and play along with us. If I can figure out how, I'm going to put my info in the description box below so that you can join me over on my Facebook group if you're interested in other projects, okay, or interested in items that I create. I also have a website on Go Imagine, and I can give you that link too. Now, the items that I create to sell will not necessarily be the same ones that I will show you on here. And make it easy does not always mean that you're going to be done in 10 minutes. Okay, this does take a little bit of time, and depending on what yarn, if you get that big chunky yarn, you know, they get that big thick yarn out these days too. That might be pretty and fun to work with too. And that would sure make it quick. Go around this in no time. And then again, if you have thinner yarn, it might take you a bit longer to put this all together. Okay. And in case anybody's interested, I have been creating and sewing and such for probably 40-something years. So let's see. coming up with new and interesting ideas. A lot of the items that I make to sell and such are pretty time consuming. This one I thought was a great, fun, quicker one. If you're doing it with your grandkids, you know, you could always do the gluing, or have them just do one side, then do the other side. You could always just use your heart template and then take the cardboard and then make another one out of felt. Okay, and you could glue your felt to each side and then decorate it. Have them decorate it after that with, you know, like I said, some Aleene's glue, tacky glue, or Elmer's glue, and have them go to town on that. I find it a little tricky when you get really to the end of that curve. Okay, and I just keep going until the edge, and the edge here. Let me get this along this back side. All right. And then what I do is I'm just going to kind of do one last one where I'm going to put the glue right in the edge of the cardboard there. Okay, and I'm going to use my silicone brush here to kind of tap it in place. And then I'm going to trim this piece of yarn. And if you look at it and you see that you missed some or whatever, I mean, I'm sure you could do some more yarn on top or whatever you like. What I did on my other one is I found that there was little spots on the sides here. Okay, that looked like they weren't covered as well because of the angle of the heart. So what I did, I ran some glue down the center here. And I used another piece of yarn. And, oops, getting kind of stuck here. See, that's what hot glue can do. And it dries pretty fast, so there's pros and cons to that. But when it gets stuck to your fingers and then you're just working with yarn, it gets stuck on everything, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab some scissors. And no, these are not my fabric scissors. You can trim things up a little bit if there's too much fuzzies. All right. I'm not going to bore you with doing the other half of the heart here. I'll finish that up off camera. But I thought that this was really fun. What I did is I took, like I said, 2 pieces of fabric. You can use whatever you want. Again, it could be lace, it could be more yarn. You can use you don't even have to do this, okay? You can add rickrack. You could add more buttons. You could do just so many things. So what I did is I wrapped this around my fingers. I wrapped it around 4 fingers, okay? And then I took the middle, found the middle, and I wrapped some crochet cotton around it and tied it off to make the bow. And then I just glued it on and glued the button on top. But again, you might be able to get some other decor. You might want to put sequins on it, okay? You can just do so many things. And again, you could make different shapes. You can do different colored yarns. You could do all kinds of different things. And if you do, I want you to show me, okay? You come over to my Facebook group, join if you're not already a member, okay? And please come over and show me what you made. Thank you so much for being with me today with my first video for this fluffy Valentine heart. I love you, okay? I spread the love. I like to spread smiles. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for being with me. Take care.